Welcome back to The Hideout. We are the usual rejects. My name is Neco, aka Prince Productions.
My name is Dr. Day, aka Kevin Lopez.
And I am Christian, also known as AAPS Entertainment, and one day the entertainment will be gone.
Gone. And of course, this is the show where we talk about film and TV news every single week. And this week, we are talking about Star Wars Acolyte. We are talking about the boys. Not the girls, just the boys. With the boys. We were talking about Neon. We were talking about Alien. We were talking about it all. So, boys, how are you guys doing today?
I'm eating some gnocchi, except I know I did not say that right. And I got Diet Dr.
How
Pepper.
are you supposed to pronounce it?
I don't know.
Gnocchi and pepper?
Probably don't pronounce the G. It's probably gnocchi. Probably something like that. I don't know.
Gnocchi?
This shit tastes
Gucci?
good. It's imported from Italy. Like, it's made from Italy. Imported. This shit good. It has pesto on it. Ooh.
Oh, goddamn.
Well, the way how you're saying it from Italy, you're disappointing Italy people from not saying it right.
Nah, it's me that's not saying it right. I'm proud of them. God bless them. God bless them for making the best food.
No, but they're disappointed in you because you're not saying it right.
Definitely. And then I got Diet Dr. Pepper imported from, what is it? Oh, Illinois. Y'all heard of that place?
Illinois. Well, our first article today in this week of news, because that's the way this works or whatever, right? Something like that. Timothee Chalamet will officially star in A24's Marty Supreme. It is a biopic directed by Josh Safdie, one of the Safdie brothers, not the other one. I think is Josh Safdie the actor? I think he might just be the non-actor. Oh yeah, he's Benny's the actor. He's the one who was in Oppenheimer and stuff. But it's a biopic about pro ping pong player Marty Reisman. Thoughts? Comments? Concerns? Questions?
Timothee Chalamet. Dope.
This
ping pong. Yeah. I used to play ping pong when I was younger. I actually for a bit I thought about getting into it competitively, but then I realized making movies makes more money. So I switched careers real fast.
Look at us now.
Oh yeah, I'm still making nothing. Maybe I should have gone for the ping pong career.
Yeah. Do you think if you went for the ping pong career, you would have been here talking to us, or would you have been?
Nah, I'd be too busy like pinging my pong.
Pinging my pong.
You would have been pronouncing ganoush.
I probably would be in Italy, as a world famous ping pong player. So I would be eating it and I'd actually know how to pronounce it properly. But instead, I'm
and then you'd be instead you're here.
The shit wouldn't have to be imported. I can just go there,
thinking,
because I'm obviously in alternate timeline. I'm playing in Italy.
Alternate timeline. It wouldn't even be Italian food for you. It would just be food. If you think about it.
Yeah, I always think about that. Like, you come here, it's like taqueria, right? That just means restaurant in Spanish, and we call it Mexican food. But if you go to Mexico,
isn't that crazy?
Like, it's not Mexican food. It's just food.
Yo, let's go get some Mexican food while we're in Mexico. Yeah, it doesn't really work, does
it? Doesn't. And they probably,
imagine if we just said
I highly doubt
like
they're even
here.
called taqueria, because it's not like down here everything's called diner.
Yo, let's go to the restaurant. Which one? The restaurant.
We gotta go to a restaurant. My favorite restaurant's restaurant.
We gotta go to a restaurant.
In Spanish, you say restaurante.
Yo.
Yeah.
This is how they're saying, like, ¿quieres ir para el restaurante de la Rancho de Marcos? Like, something has to be El or Don, or like something else like Don El, like Rancho de la Santo or la Santo or El Pollo, something like El or Da or whatever. Something like, it has to start with something like that for a restaurant to be in Mexico or in any Spanish place, I feel like.
All right, this is so off topic, but it's way too funny not to mention. When I was at work today, someone was picking up an order. And they were all like, "Oh, like, I have to see their ID just because, like, people have very unique names. So like they'll say it, and then you'll be like, okay, how the fuck do I, spell that? So like we checked the ID just to see the spelling. This guy had a don, right, and like in front of his name, right? And when you think of someone that has a don, they're like fucking 50, 60, whatever, right? No. This guy was like maybe 28, and he was Asian.
What's wrong with that?
I was just confused.
He said it was it's not quite, you know, you never want to judge a book by its cover, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Honestly, that was badass.
It's not really That's kind of sick though. Imagine being in your 20s named Dawn.
Yeah.
I'd be scared of that guy.
I'd be scared of him too. He was a buff dude. Shout out him, bro.
Oh my god. That makes it
Don
even
Jose.
cooler for him then.
It was like
Don Jose.
his name was like something with a B. I don't remember what it was.
Something
Don
with a
B.
B.
Don B.
Don't be. Don't be. Don't be. I love it. Well, yeah, but that's Timothee Chalamet in a ping pong biopic, which Christian almost starred in because he was almost a famous ping
They
pong
did hit
player
me up first,
in
but
Italy,
obviously I
eating
have
food.
bigger priorities. Like
Of
the usual
course. Like the usual rejects. You know who else has got some big priorities? Kevin Feige, because next week he will be getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
That's my dad.
Good for him.
That's me, Papa.
Very, very well deserved.
Honestly, yeah.
I'm actually kind of surprised he hasn't already
I
had
know,
one.
right?
Right? Like,
Like, goddamn.
he's done more than most of the stars there.
Yeah. I genuinely don't
he
think
has.
this is an over-exaggeration. I genuinely believe he is the greatest producer in Hollywood history, just based off of like the success of like the MCU. Not even just financially, but like, you know, culturally. I think the MCU has had
Thank you.
the
Thank
most
you.
significance when it comes to
said
pop
thank you.
culture than like any franchise in the history of cinema. So, shout out you,
Oh,
Feige.
of course. Also, I mean, just him as a person, because you know most producers, to be fair, are assholes,
he's a sweet
and most
guy.
people
Very
say
true.
they're
Very
assholes.
true.
No, he's a good guy. He's a fan.
actual fan.
That's what makes him good.
He is super fan.
You know,
You know,
he cares about the property.
I just found out Richard Donner was actually a humongous superhero, or not a Superman like
Humongous.
nerd, like before the movie. Like he was an actual comic book nerd, like a real one, not like the shit where it's like today where they're like, oh yeah, I really love Star Wars. Anakin Skywalker blew up the Death Star. No, none of that shit. Like it was like he was like an actual like he knew like. He said I was listening to an interview with Jeff Johns, who was his assistant for a long time, which is funny because Feige used to work for the
That's
Donners
crazy.
too, but
No
yeah,
way.
he got an internship there, and he was also an assistant, and but yeah, Jeff Johns was like his like main assistant. He would like drive him places, all this stuff. So he became like really close with him, and he was talking about how but Richard Donner was like a humongous fucking nerd, like a real nerd. So that's just nice. It's just nice to hear. You know, you like hearing that shit.
It is nice
You
to
know?
hear that. Of course,
It's not fake.
it makes, because then you can feel it when you watch the
Yeah.
movie. That's why the first Superman movie is so good, man. That's why. Like, have you
Thank you,
seen
I
the behind the
appreciate it.
scenes where? Of course. Have you seen the behind the scenes where, like they use like all the practical effects for Superman? Like, they do the long plank of wood. And somebody jumps on one end as he goes up to make it look like he's flying, you know, that type
I've
of
actually
stuff.
never seen any of
That's
that.
not even a wire work.
That's not wire work.
You never seen it? Yeah.
Dang.
No. There's like, okay, so like, well, obviously when he jumps up, you know, he goes to the sky. Yeah, that's just him standing on a piece of wood. Somebody jumps on the other side, and then he goes up. You know, it's crazy. Or like, you know, where he's running, and obviously he's got to run fast, right? They like attached him to this thing that would like make him like float as he ran, so it just made him look like he was running like really, really fast. It's crazy. The innovations are there. I mean, it's insane. But shout out Feige though, for real.
Get that Walk of
That fool
Fame.
deserves it. Get them motherfucking Walk of Fame. But you know who will not, or what will not go down in the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Is Star Wars Acolyte, which has officially concluded its 8-episode run as of this week. And
Dog water.
what did you guys think about it?
I skipped it, to be honest. It
Yeah.
looked like ass.
Dog water. Dog water. Dog water.
So I was the only one here who watched it, right? And you mind if I give you guys my thoughts on the show?
Spoil everything.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
Spoil
dog.
everything. strap in, because I've got some opinions. I will say I have a video coming out next week, I believe, or maybe this week. No, this week. By the time this podcast is out, this Friday, I have a video coming out talking about exactly this. But obviously, my thoughts are a little bit more concise there. Now, this show. Okay, let me break this down to you in the best way possible. Right, on paper, this show is probably one of the top 5 like Star Wars projects of all time, because it is truly like a great story. The issue is the way the story is told, and I mostly blame this to the directors, and we'll get to it. But basically, the whole idea of the show was that it was supposed to be this crazy like murder mystery drama about this ex-Jedi and these Sith set in the High Republic era, right? And that's a fantastic premise. Let's be honest here, right? But the execution just wasn't there, because the show has an issue where it thinks the audience is fucking children. Like, it'll set up a mystery, and in most, serialized TV or even for movies, you build upon that mystery and then you go back to it later on, right? You want to build a hype, you want to get people thinking and stuff like that. This show just doesn't do that. It'll give you a mystery. Oh my god, who is this evil murderer? And then 5 seconds later, it'll show you the most obvious candidate, and then it'll reveal it. Oh, here's this clearly obvious guy who could be it. And then 5 seconds later again, oh my god, it's him. And it's like, it leaves you thinking, god damn, what the fuck is this? Like, I'm not 5 years old. Like, this, and it's weird because, like, it'll do that while at the same time having, like, damn near fan fiction. And so it's just so bizarre. Like, the main villain, for example, right? I won't lie, post reveal, him as a character, he's a really great character. Manny, oh my gosh, I'm blanking out on his name. Manny Jacinto? Manny Jacinto.
Damn, I slaughtered his name.
I'm sorry, Manny. The guy who plays Keyser. Really, really good character. Really good dark side user. I don't know if you would necessarily classify him as a Sith, even though he does himself, but there's things in the show that contradict it. Really, really good. Except the whole twist of him was so stupid, because as a Sith, he's like training an apprentice, right? And so this apprentice, he gives her missions to do, but when she's not doing missions, she's hanging out with this kind of weird, very silly, goofy guy, and it's obviously, most people are going to think, oh, he's number one suspect. That is the Sith, because for the first half of the show, he didn't take off his mask, and then that is him. Like, there's no subversion. They don't subvert anybody's expectations. Like, that is him, and it's so ridiculously obvious, and it sucks because, like, I'm telling you, this show had so much potential, and the weirdest part is, right, the first half of the show is incredibly slow in that regard, because it's all mystery, reveal of mystery, but then the second half just becomes straight action. And I can't lie, the second half of the show gets a lot better. I think the action scenes, though, in Acolyte are probably some of the best in the whole series. There's a couple fights in, like, the last 2 episodes that will go down as, like, top 5 fights in the whole Jedi continuity, because they are just that good. What sucks is everything else, though, like I said. And it's just this weird, like, format that the show followed that just doesn't make sense. On top of the fact that the editing in the show just isn't good. It's like this very, very, like, stocky, blocky editing where certain scenes are either too short or too long. Like, you'll have a character look at somebody, but then they're looking at them for a little too long, and then they'll cut. And it's like, well, you could have cut off 5 seconds. Like, it's not rhythmic at all. It feels so generic, if that makes sense. And those are obviously minor nitpicks, but they become major when you continuously notice them, and as you watch the show, it kind of ruins the experience. Because when it comes to editing, you look at a fight, you look at a very well edited fight, it'll make it look like it's all done all together at the same time. It flows very well. And for the fights in this, yeah, it is done well. For, like, even a simple dialogue scene, it's just cut up so pastely, and it's so choppy. And that's my biggest, like, issue with the show is just those things. And I don't know. I mean, they did do some good stuff, like they finally showed Darth Plagueis in live action for the first time, and that's massive. That's huge. He showed up for like half a second.
He was creepy though.
It was cool. He'll probably come back later. He is creepy. I mean, Darth Plagueis he's a long boy, man. He's a very long boy. Yeah, he's ugh. Bro, if I was Sidious, I wouldn't want to be trained by him. I'd be like, bro, what the fuck is that? He is long and massive, dude. Big head ass, bro. Big head. Gosh. But then the show will focus on like characters that don't actually drive the plot forward or do anything useful, and that's pretty annoying because it's like, well, you ruined yourself. You had potential, and you demolished yourself. But I don't know. This show, people wanted to get greenlit for season 2, and to be fair, it probably will. And if it does, I hope they bring in a solid creative team, because one thing I noticed while I was writing my review for this show is that most episodes had a different director, and I think that's also a testament to the lack of quality in the show, is the fact that it doesn't feel cohesive enough, and that's what I'm saying. Like, the first half of the show is really bad, and the second half isn't amazing, but it's got some really good moments, and I think that's a testament to just the lack of of unity when it comes to a vision for the show. And I recently rewatched Kenobi, and you could say whatever you want about Kenobi, but I think rewatching it, I kind of realized it's actually like a decent show. And one thing that I really like is that the whole show feels cohesive. It feels like this could be a movie, this could be a solid story. While Star Wars Acolyte, on the other hand, doesn't feel like that. It feels like it's just, you have a bunch of good stuff, and the potential is there. It just, nothing's done with it. It's just thrown together last minute. And so, who knows? I think those are, like, generally speaking, those are the biggest criticisms of the show. Most of the actors do a pretty good job. I think the child actors in this, though, are some of the worst I've ever seen. Specifically the main character. Like it's bad. Like, there's a scene where these two girls, they're twins, they're supposed to be like fighting each other, but it's the most like obvious, like, director going, okay, now push her type thing, or stop, mom said we can't do that, stop it, oh my god, stop hitting me. It's just like, bro, can't you find some good children to act?
They probably hired like their own family.
It seems like it, because dude, and it sucks because there's such a big level of discrepancy when it comes to their performance with like the other actors, because then you have their mother who's like, you children must shut the fuck up, and then they're like, oh, okay, we'll stop. It's like, oh my god, I don't know. The adult Jedi are good. They're good. Also, Yoda makes an appearance at the end.
Where was that motherfucker
cool
the whole
Wookiee
time?
Jedi who,
what was he doing? Beating his
bro,
little
honestly,
gween?
he was.
I was about to say that.
Bro, he was just there. Because there's, at the very, they do the classic, like, Star Wars Jedi politics, and then the politics are pretty decent, alright. They blame the Jedi for everything because they want to hide the mystery or whatever. And then at the very end, one of the Jedi's like, oh my god, I need help. And then runs through a door and goes, Master, I need your help. Camera pans down, you see Yoda, and then cut to black, and that's the end of season 1.
Damn.
Yeah. Seems like he was just, like, locked in a closet or something. I don't even know.
He got stuck somewhere.
Who knows?
Got stuck in a closet.
Yeah, he just...
in a janitor's closet.
They finally got him out.
Tried to find broom, I did.
Also...
locked inside closet I was. What happened here?
I don't know. Yoda looks a little weird in this, because he looks like Yoda, but this is also supposed to be set like 100 or 2. Yeah, but this is supposed to be like 100 or 200 years before the Phantom Menace. Like, he should have more hair. He should be El Don.
Don Yoda.
He should be
Don Yoda. Yoda Don. Yoda Don.
Yoda Don. Yeah, I guess it would be Yoda Don. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Star Wars Acolyte season 1. If I sound frustrated, it's cause I am. Really, really am. Cause, God, the show has some really good action, but everything just sucks. Oh, man.
Into the gutter.
You'll hear me you'll hear me talk more about it in my video, but yeah, check it out or not. I don't. It doesn't matter. It won't make a difference. Just look at the fight scenes. That's all you should really watch.
Yeah, you should watch me and Neco fight. It's awesome.
Yeah. Sometimes we fight on Kevin's bed. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Shut up.
Moving on.
Yeah, I didn't need to go that far, man. Goddamn.
Moving on. We have also gotten our first trailer for the Terminator anime series coming to Netflix on August 29th. Did you guys watch it? And if so, what did you guys think?
I didn't even know that came out. Or the trailer came out for that yet.
Yeah. Kevin, did you watch it?
No.
Took you a minute to... Yeah. It looks good. I'll give you that. I forgot what studio is animating this, but I think I'm gonna check it out. It looks really interesting. It's 8 episodes long. There's a lot of blood in this. Very surprised. A lot of, like, you know, obviously the Terminators are robots, right?
Mm-hmm.
But, like, at least here, from what I can see, they have, like, a flesh over their exoskeleton. So when you see their face cut up, you see, like, a bunch of red and then the metal. It's kind of trippy in a good way. And it's also called Terminator Zero. Yeah.
So the beginning.
You guys should you see what I'm seeing? You're watching it? Yeah, like the beginning. It looks cool. Seems to be No, I don't know what studio animated this. But yeah. That is the Terminator trailer. Are you guys gonna check it out when it comes out?
Probably not.
I might. I love those first 2 Terminator movies, but the rest of the franchise is horrible.
Whoa. The Sarah Chronicles are...
Oh, wait, you know what? Yeah, I remember seeing a few episodes of that when I was a kid. I really liked it.
Heard it's really good. But, yeah. Moving on from that. Let's see. We have also gotten... news that the Russo brothers, the guys who can make really good Marvel movies, but not any other movies, are in talks to direct Avengers 5 and Avengers Secret Wars. What do you guys think about this?
Brother, that is the best news I've heard from Marvel in a very, 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 very long time. Since the return of Hugh Jackman, this is the best news I've heard. Obviously, it's not fully official yet, but hopefully it actually gets locked down, because I would love that. I don't care if it's like a safe bet. I think most love that.
Safe bet, bro. That is the bet. Yeah. Remember, they said they were going to direct
Secret Wars.
They said they would only direct an Avengers movie. Yeah,
and like, just let it happen. Obviously, they would. Yeah, and once again, we talk about like people that are fans of this shit. Like okay, there's those people that say don't let fans make stuff. But here's the thing: what they're not understanding is you're not just gonna pick some random person off the street and be like, "You're a fan." Obviously. You know every DC comic ever. Fuck it. Here's a Booster Gold movie. Fucking thank you. No, they're not gonna fucking do that. Like, but we're just saying, like, there's a lot of fans that are in the industry. Just choose them. I mean, I'm not saying you have to for every single project. You know, like Nolan wasn't really a comic book fan. His brother was the one that convinced him to like work on it, and then he brought in David S. Goyer, who was famously a very, very long time comic book writer who transitioned into screenwriting for the film industry. And obviously his brother Nolan, he wrote all the scripts or his brother Jonathan wrote all the scripts with Chris, all of them. And Goyer helped too, and Goyer is a huge fucking fan of the comic books too. So obviously he wrote them, but all I'm saying is just like you bring in these people that actually know shit. It's more meaningful when you see it. Your Sam Raimi's, your James Gunn's, your Russo brothers, right? And like look at the Russos. They openly admitted Captain America was not their favorite Avenger growing up, and that they didn't really care about him. But they read all the source, but they were enough of a fan of the Marvel comic books, more than just they weren't a casual fan. These were like, they're hardcore nerds, that they understood how to make that character work. Which, to me, Captain America's always worked in the comics, but obviously he is a very hard character to translate to screen, and I think the MCU, a lot due to the Russos, made that character incredible and made him better, in my opinion, than the comic book version of the character, like by a lot. And I really do love the comic book character.
To an degree, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. So I'm just happy like that they're bringing them back, because then like I'm just sick and tired of like, you know what? Okay. There's this comic that I want to read. I haven't gotten the chance to yet, but it's by Chip Zdarsky. And if you guys are probably familiar with his work, he's recently doing Batman right now, and he did Daredevil, and he's like just one of my favorite comic book writers working right now. And he wrote this comic book. I forgot the name of it, but basically it's about this guy who makes a comic book. It becomes like a popular movie franchise, and he sees like no money out of it, right? And he has to sit there and watch people basically ruin his creation. So like he's looking at interviews with the actors. They don't know shit about the thing, and they're just like, oh, I mean, I guess this is cool. He's looking at the director. The director doesn't know a single thing about comic books. He's literally just there to take a paycheck. He's talking to the studio, and the studio's all like, we're only taking this because like it was a it was popular, but we don't actually know why it's popular. Like, and you're just kind of seeing the motions of how behind the scenes, how little they give a shit, like Hollywood, about the things that they're making, and how little they truly understand the stuff that they're making. And so like I just you literally are seeing it right now. You just saw it with the Acolyte. Like you saw it with She-Hulk. I mean, you've seen it a lot with the Marvel projects. All they're doing is like, yeah, I hate Marvel, but I'm just here to work on She-Hulk because I want a paycheck and we want to piss some people off. It's like, dude, like that's not how you make something.
And I mean, obviously, people got to pay. They got to pay rent. They got to do this stuff. But like, that's why people also do research. That's why it's also important to have people who also care. Because right, say you throw one of us into a set, right? Obviously the money's nice, but that means if you're giving us like, I don't know, fucking Avengers 5 or whatever, you're gonna go all out, right? Because it's like, well, this is, even though I am getting paid well, this is what I love.
And even if you're not a fan and you're just a truly just great creative, take it and truly immerse yourself with the source material.
Yes, there's also that. There's the people in the industry who do just that. They're not, there's directors, actors, whatever, who have like openly admitted like, oh, like the Russo brothers, right? They weren't a Captain America fan, but they immersed themselves in the material, and look at how good their movies are.
And like Kenneth Branagh, right? He had no comic book history whatsoever. He read the shit out of like Jack Kirby's Thor era, and that is such a good depiction of like a golden age version of Thor, with a mixture of like the Ultimates, and like that movie is awesome. I know some people are like, it's fine, but I really love that first Thor movie. And you can just see that like there was love behind that movie. There was filmmaking behind that movie, and this is coming from a guy that did not fucking read any comic books. And Marvel came to him and said, you're a creative guy. If you think this is a story worth telling, would you consider coming along and joining us on making this film? And he immersed himself with the source material, fell in love with it, and was like, fuck yeah, this is exactly the type of stuff I like making. And that movie's fucking great. I mean, granted that, we could be a little like, the cheesy love story bullshit, but besides that, no, it's a fucking good movie that you can tell someone gave a shit about making, and they could have easily not. Kenneth Branagh could have easily just phoned it in, but that's a really beautiful looking movie. It's really well directed. There's an actual, emotional story arc there. You can just see that there was love, and I just don't see that when I'm looking at Moon Knight or She-Hulk, and just a lot of the things that Marvel's putting out lately. And Yeah, I don't know. That's my rant.
Yeah.
Let's go Russo.
Yeah, no, it's fair. It's fair. I mean, as of today, the Marvel's just giving them the rundown of like the current state of the MCU universe and the MCU, and so hopefully things go through, and I think they will. I think they've been saying they wanted to direct, especially Secret Wars. They wanted to direct Secret Wars for a while, so let's I think it'll happen. But yeah, moving on from that, Longlegs, a horror film starring Nicolas Cage as a very creepy man from what everybody is saying, even though obviously he's not been revealed yet, has officially released and has opened with a $22.6 million domestic box office.
Wait, how much?
22.6.
Damn.
That's just domestic.
Okay.
Let me see. And let me see what. This is on a budget of $10 million, might I add.
Damn.
Longlegs box office. Let's see. Where are you, Box Office Mojo? Oh, wow! It's currently grossed $30 million domestic.
Let's go.
Only $2 million international, but still a total of $33 million worldwide. That's really, really good.
I'm really excited because I was supposed to go see it Tuesday, but then my girlfriend.
Oh no!
She ended up having to go to work, and I was like, no. I was really looking forward to it, but I think I'm gonna watch it this Tuesday coming up, most likely. We'll see.
Dude, you got to talk about it on the podcast. Everybody's talking about Nicolas Cage in that.
Yeah,
everybody.
I am looking forward to it big time. I just want to see what's up with him.
Did you see? So obviously they're doing their promotional stuff or whatever. They released a video of I don't know I don't really know the context of the story, but the actress, right? The actress who sits in front of Nicolas Cage. They released this video where they had like attached this thing to her to check her heartbeat, and this was the first time that she had seen him in makeup, and like they were saying that like, dude, like she was terrified, like not even just like as an actress, like she was just scared.
Like
like you could see it through her heart.
Yeah, I saw that video, and then what's funny is like they put a black screen over Nicolas Cage's face, so you can't see. Like, dude, the marketing of this movie has been so genius, just hiding that, because now you really just want to go, okay, what the fuck does he look like? Such great marketing, just great marketing. It's so simple, but it's just perfect.
Yeah. And from what I heard, this is like a rough idea of like what he'll look like. Is Nicolas Cage was saying that his performance is based. It looks like, he said it reminded him. He looked like his mother when he was younger, who after getting sunburned would put on this like weird cream on her face, and she would look like kind of weird. That's what he said.
What the hell?
That's what he said.
That's a weird way of saying it.
I know.
So he's dressing. Well, I mean, not Nicolas Cage, but like the character's supposed to be dressing up like his mom.
The character.
So
something
weird.
like that. I don't know, but it's the biggest opening for this company named Neon, and it's the biggest opening for an independent horror film in a decade.
Damn.
And on top of that, just to make things even better, obviously we are in the YouTube space, but this company Neon that distributed Longlegs has also acquired the rights to release Chris Stuckman's horror movie Shelby Oaks, which I'm so excited about.
I'm very excited too.
Which means it's probably going to get a pretty good theatrical release if this is anything to go off of, dude. And if they get that, that's big for the YouTube scene. I mean, he's been working on that for a while. Yeah, so excited. But next week Christian's going to review Longlegs, then, eh? You're going to review some long legs.
I love long legs.
Some daddy long legs.
Daddy long legs.
Daddy long. Some lengthy long legs. But moving on from that,
shaved or not shaved?
Obviously, Alien Romulus is coming up very soon, right? But we've also got an Alien Earth, which is a television series. I think it's a prequel. It's kind of hard to tell, really. It's set on Earth getting taken over by aliens. It could also be an alternate timeline. I don't really know. I just hope it's tied into Prometheus, because they gotta stop ignoring it.
They really got to. I want that trilogy completed.
No. But Noah Hawley, who made this Alien series, he asked Ridley Scott for some advice, and Ridley Scott hit him with some iconic words. He just said, and I quote, "Don't be shit."
Damn.
That's something Kevin would say, bro.
That is something Kevin would say.
Me saying that is some fucking actor going like,
Kevin,
"Don't be shit."
I don't know what to do with my life. My wife left me. My kids hate me. I'm about to lose my job.
Don't be shit.
I think I'm gonna end it all. Bro.
Don't be shit.
God damn it, Kevin. Thank you.
You're so right.
You're right. I'm gonna go get my wife back. Tyrone will not be fucking her no more. I'm coming back.
Oh my god.
I'm coming back, honey bunches.
No more.
No more, bro. No more.
Yes.
Not Tyrone.
Yes.
Yeah.
No more Tyrone.
Janet, I will not be shit no more. Tyrone, please leave the premises so I can make sweet love to my wife.
Oh my god.
This guy.
Shout out Ridley.
But shout out Ridley Scott and Noah Hawley for making this. Man. Moving on from that though, this is just a quick bit of news, right? Arcane's an anime on Netflix. Pretty good anime from what I've heard. I still need to watch it, and I probably will watch it after season 2 comes out. They're known for their animation style, but they the studio Fortiche, I don't know,
Fortiche.
wants to adapt Fortiche. They want to adapt the manga. They want to adapt the Vagabond manga. And if you guys don't know Vagabond, it's I honestly don't know. I've heard it's one of the best manga of all time. It's, from what I remember, it's this samurai who is an ex-killer, and he's looking for redemption in his life. So he's going on this like very spiritual journey, something like that. I have no idea. I could be bullshitting, but that's what I think it's about. Anyway, they want to do it, and I think they should. I just wanted to bring that up real quick before I move on. You know? Any thoughts before? Any thoughts?
Nah. Okay.
I haven't read Vagabond, but I've heard a lot of good stuff about Vagabond. You said this is a Netflix adaptation, right? You said, right?
Yeah, the studio wants to adapt it. Yeah.
I say it's like, well, samurai all times. I don't know how you can fuck it up. Basically, so it's like
true.
It doesn't require no special effects, no nothing else. Well, besides the whole sword slashing shit, maybe there's some special effects there. But besides that, it's like everything else doesn't really require too much special effects. So
yeah, I agree.
I don't see there's even a chance to fuck it up. But if I want to be surprised if they fuck up, but if they fuck up somehow, but look how some animes is going lately with their adaptations. I'll say, you know what? If One Piece got it, and what's it called? And what was the other one again? One Piece.
Bleach, Naruto.
No, it was besides One Piece. There was another one adaptation that did okay-ish.
Avatar. I mean, yeah, Avatar was alright.
Alright. Well, besides that, you know, I mean, and other adaptations like Fallout. There we go.
Oh yeah, Fallout. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, you know what? It's like, as much as there's not really good at all the adaptations, sometimes can be a hit or a really big miss. But I'm like, it's a Vagabond. Yeah. It's like I said, back in time, there's not that much, required editing or special effects type of crap. So I feel like they have a good chance of making this thing pretty good. I hope they just choose the right casting and choose the right people for it, and not just choose anything, some random ass person. Be like, oh, here you go, take the role. I'm like, okay, thank you. I'm like, no, actually, please take it seriously, because there's a lot of Vagabond people who are like it. I would like to see an adaptation of Vinland Saga.
Oh, Vinland Saga. Now that
one's
could work in live action.
That one can work so good, because I can see the action maze going crazy. They just have to find some good actor who's like I feel like the kid is like someone like in his like middle school age, like 13, 14-ish. You know, like
Yeah.
I feel like he's like roughly that age, and like the kid was like fucking like mad as shit. And like, well, besides, I'm not going to go too much in spoilers, but I'm still trying to read Vinland Saga. I only have the first book right now, so I'm still trying to read it more. But well, right now it's like, dude, this is pretty fucking spicy. This is some marinated juice that's been. What I'm reading is marinated juice that's been hidden underneath the fridge, and no one wants to tell me where the fuck it was.
They've been hiding it from you, Kevin.
I know.
They've been hiding
it's really good.
You
honestly.
found it.
So
you gotta open it up and drink it. Slurp it.
Yeah.
Slurp all of it, Kevin. Down your throat.
That's why I feel like right now it's called Vinland Saga. Not Vinland Saga.
I think that would be a sick adaptation too.
No, for real.
I agree.
So
I agree.
I have some hopes for this one, so I don't see how there's any possibility of fucking it up.
If it happens, I can see it too. I can definitely see it too. But finally, moving on. We have done it. We have come to that point in the night. We used to do this a lot more often. It's gotten a little harder in the last couple months with us being so busy, but we tend to review things at the end of our podcast. And this week, we are reviewing a little show by the name of The Boys. Now, before I go and let Christian, do his thing about the finale and the whole season for that matter, we have a couple details on the final season of The Boys, which is currently being written, obviously. It will be 8 episodes long. Mm-hmm. They're trying to get some A-listers for this, so that's pretty cool. Filming is going to start this November, and it'll probably release in 2026.
Nice.
So you got to wait another 2 years. But without further ado, Christian, take it away.
Ooh, brother. This season
Where do you start?
Awesome. Okay, I know everyone's been really divided this season, but I really liked it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the politics was pretty uneven. Usually the show does a really good job at balancing how they make fun of both sides, and this season not so much. Around the end of the season a little bit more, but overall, yeah, pretty one-sided. Too much to a degree. But in the context of the universe and not how it relates to our world and how it's making fun of ours, the politics were really interesting, and how it's being depicted for the consequences going forward and the storyline of the Boys universe. Homelander by Anthony Starr still gives one of the greatest performances in acting I've ever seen. That boy needs a goddamn Emmy. The one thing I really just didn't like overall this season was Frenchie's storyline. It was actually like horrible. Like he has they've been doing this will they won't they thing between him and another character, and then they throw in this third love interest, which was like, okay, whatever, but then they just took it too far where it turns out Frenchie killed his family for some reason, and it was just like, and then he starts going on drugs to combat his like guilt over it, and I'm just like, what the fuck are we? It was just getting ridiculously stupid. I was just like, this is just dumb. And then he does something near the middle of the season where I'm like, wow, that was just stupid, and it was pointless. It went nowhere. Like the next episode or two, they retconned it pretty much, and it was just like, okay. Or they just went back on that decision. Like, it was just so stupid. And then where he gets with another character, where his relationship with another character flourishes by the end of the season, just made everything pointless from what happened throughout that whole season. But besides that, I really did like the show a lot. They introduced, as usual, every season there's like a new standout character. Last season it was Homelander. Last season it was Soldier Boy. Season before that was actually I don't remember, but obviously season 1 Homelander was like the big one, and Homelander still continues to be like the main, probably the main draw to the show, to be honest. But Sister Sage was probably like the big standout character, and she was just awesome, and the relationship she has with Homelander was just very, very interesting, especially all the way up to the end of the show, where the ending You know, the boys get captured. Holy shit! And Soldier Boy's back.
Oh my god.
He's back.
Oh my god.
And now they're stuck, and it leaves off on a giant cliffhanger. And now we don't know what's gonna happen. And of course, because this is the boys, someone gets captured by a giant penis. It knocks him out.
What the fuck?
A giant penis comes out and then hits him, and then knocks him out, and then like, it was awesome. And what's funny is
Kevin?
the guy that got knocked out by the giant penis fought the giant penis in season 2. So the giant penis got his revenge.
Oh my god.
Because I think the penis got set on fire, but now he's okay. He's fine. He made a full recovery. He's chilling.
So his foreskin came back,
Kevin.
basically.
His foreskin did come back. He does have foreskin.
His foreskin came back.
And, yeah.
Imagine him beaten up by a penis. they really took that level of me, like, yeah, slap that thing on him. To another level.
And then there was Truth Bomb, I think, or Firecracker. She has a show called Truth Bomb. But they had this character called Firecracker who made her titties bigger for Homelander. And she started squirting milk in his face from her titties. She was crazy. What a wild ass show.
What?
And then, so that was awesome.
You probably enjoyed that thing.
Oh, I did. And then there was, of course, big deaths in the big death that happens at the end. I'm not gonna spoil it for the boys here, but there's a big character death that was very, honestly, it did shock the shit out of me. I actually did one of those no, like, it was actually,
I heard
like,
that in the morning.
Oh.
yeah, Kevin
You
heard
gasped.
that in the next room over. I was like actually shocked.
Wait. You were sleeping with Kevin?
Yeah, I was sleeping with Kevin. And then
Okay.
and then, yeah, I do gotta say the action this season was very good, and last season, but this season especially. Like, there's a scene, oh my gosh, there's a really good action scene with A-Train, the new Noir, and the Deep versus Butcher and Annie. That was just actually, like, movie level good. Like, I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I was like actually shocked at how good it was. Like, it actually felt like epic. I was like, yo. It was really, really well done. And it was just like really intense in that moment. And the whole, there was just how, like, I think just the ending was just shocking. Just basically Homelander is basically president now, basically. Not really, but he is. And so, like, this dude, he's gonna fuck everything over. And you really get the sense that it's the end of the world. Like, this is it. Like, there's a whole moment where like, they're begging to, like, to this one character. They're like, two characters are begging to another character, like, please, 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 you need to help us right now, because if you literally don't, like, help us right now this second, this other thing's gonna happen. And, like, they, like, those characters literally, one of them starts fucking crying because they were like, if you don't help us,
God.
It like, we are all dead, like, the world is over. And like this whole season, like, you are really getting the sense that it's like, oh my god, this is what the show's been building up to this whole time. And because it takes, like, that Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad approach, where it's like they really just they slowly, it's a bit of, well, I mean, I wouldn't say Breaking Bad, it's a slow burn, but more of Better Call Saul, where it's like, it's a little bit of a slow burn, where you're kind of like, what is the whole point of the show? And then it really just hits you this season going, oh my god, this entire time they've been basically trying to stop the apocalypse from happening, and now you are literally, you get to the end of the season, you're like, oh my god, the apocalypse, like, it started. Like, there's pretty much, there's nothing they can really do. Like, after them getting caught, like, there's nothing they can really do.
Oh, it's like,
so, like, you, like, the weight, like, of the stakes have never felt like as intense as that last episode of this season. Like, especially with just that one scene where, like, they just start crying, being like, dude, like, you don't understand, like, we are, like, this is it, like, we are dead if you don't help us. And it really just set in the tone for what's gonna come next, I assume, in the next season. And I'm just, whew, like, I was just so happy with how this season came out and the ending. I do think it's probably the worst season out of the whole series so far, but that doesn't mean it's bad.
Oh.
I just don't think it's...
Damn.
I think, like, the show just kept getting better and better with each season, and season 3 was just so good. And they kind of needed to take like not a dip in quality, but they needed to the calm before the storm. They needed to kind of really set up going into season 5, because I really feel like I really feel like season 5 is going to be like something we have not seen from the show whatsoever. And I am very excited to see. I just really hope that they do. I know the show's not super interested in doing big spectacle, but I really, 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 really hope going into the last season that they actually do a really big spectacle-filled finale to kind of just really pay off everything and really just go balls to the wall crazy with like the stakes and the action sequences. So, I mean, they didn't really have a real the first season doesn't like have like any action scenes really, and then like season 2 has like one, and it's okay. They didn't really have like a real action scene until season 3, and it was so rewarding because like you're watching this drama. It's not really an action show. Like there's barely any like actual like full-blown action set pieces until like season 3, and then there's just one episode in season 3 where it's like a full-blown like crazy ass fight scene, and it's just so rewarding because you've been patient and now you get to that, you know, that release, like, oh fuck, like we've been waiting for this. So I'm really hoping that they end up doing something like that with the final season where it's just like hell on earth, like it's the end times. We gotta fucking kill Homelander. We gotta like go crazy, and I'm just very excited. But 2 years, come on, man. And
2 years. I mean, hey, production. Maybe they're gonna do something crazy huge. And that's why they're taking 2 years.
Sony,
if anything, it might be
all the money they need to finish the show.
Early 2026. Dude, I mean, with the numbers that this show is doing, I mean, I don't know why.
It was just crazy. Like what? Like thinking about when I watched it, like right when it first came out, I did not expect it to be like as popular as it's gotten. Like it really has been like one of the biggest shows of all time, and that's like insane. Yeah, like it's just very, very nice. And I honestly, I think that the 2-year breaks between the seasons has helped the show like gain viewership even more. Because like the word of mouth, especially after season 3, the word of mouth never stopped. Like from season 3 all the way till now, like the word of the show has not stopped. And with Gen V, which was also a very good show, like being sandwiched right between both seasons, like that really helped the momentum go into season 4. Because Gen V did viewership, like the fucking spin-off show did insane numbers, like fucking So it's really good just to see the show get the attention that it deserves, because it's just honestly will go down, I think, as one of the greatest shows ever made. Like it is so good. But I do think so. I mean, you know, everybody loves the show, and it seems that it's gonna go that way. And once it ends, it's gonna feel good, because then it's just like, they're not gonna drag it out, which is good to know as well. I will say, by what are we in? We're in July. Within the next couple months, I will watch and have already finished catching up to The Boys. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Do not worry. I will understand the hype.
The memes.
Right now, all I know about The Boys is there's a guy named Homelander who's like Superman, but he drinks milk and he kills people. He made a girl's. A girl named Starlight or Stardust or whatever made her boobs bigger for him.
Nah, Firecracker.
There's a guy. Firecracker. My
made
bad.
her titties
sorry. Firecracker made her big boobs for him,
boobs.
and then there's a dude with a big dick, and he kills people with his big dick.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot like Kevin.
Yeah. Silly boy.
And then there's a guy named Huey. And then there's a guy named Soldier Boy.
Yes,
and in the comics, Soldier Boy has sex with Homelander.
Yeah. Well,
but in this,
I think Homelander straight up rapes him, to be honest. The comics.
Well, if I remember correctly, it's like if he has sex with him, he gets into their superhero teams.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. But then he pissed himself.
He pissed himself.
In the show, it's a very, very different. It's not even the same. The show and the comic are not even the same thing.
Not even close.
Even fucking close. Like, they literally just took the characters and the concept, and that's about it. Like, the comic book is fucking horrible. I think I've said that 1,000 times. It is ass. But
yeah, and then
the show did it better.
Black Noir.
Yeah.
Black Noir is like he's like a version of Homelander or something.
Yeah, he's like a clone of Homelander.
Yeah,
I'm really glad they didn't do that.
You're not a fan of that?
I'm not. I'm really glad they didn't do that on the show.
And then what else do I know? I know that there's Firecracker is based off real politicians, and that the current season is also a lot of characters based off real politicians, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Something like that. That's what I heard. I heard Firecracker's based on this one lady. I don't know. I don't remember the lady, but I know it's based on her. And then, yeah, that's all I know about the boys. Oh, and there's a Hero-gasm, whatever that is.
Hero-gasm?
Yeah,
Hero-gasm. Hero-gasm.
How you make people have orgasms? Huh?
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
Is that not? Oh, hell no. Is that not what it is? Hero-gasm?
Hero-gasm.
Am I?
Yeah, you're right about that.
Hero-gasm.
Hero-gasm.
But in the comics, it's just like an orgy.
Yeah.
Right?
It's just an orgy for superheroes.
And then in the show, it's not?
No, it is. It is in the show.
Oh,
I actually think that's probably the best episode of the whole show. Is that episode?
The orgy part or what part?
Well, like the whole episode. And that is like, surprisingly, that episode is very emotional.
Really?
I remember crying watching that episode.
Really?
I think Janiza cried too, like watching.
So after they had sex, you just cried.
Dude, this show's
that
so good.
Post-nut clarity.
Only, oh yeah, post-nut clarity. Post-hero-gasm clarity. That's it.
Post-hero-gasm clarity. Oh man, that's gonna be something. Are they gonna do a hero-gasm part 2?
Probably not. They don't really do, which I really appreciate. Like when something's like really popular in the show, they don't double dip on that. And I'm like, good.
Oh,
Good.
that's actually that's good. No more. They're not milking it.
Yeah, but they are milking some.
Oh
Big
my
dicks and
god.
big titties.
Okay. Now I know why you like the show so much.
And it ain't for the titties.
Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh shit.
Homelander is here.
They're outside again.
Mr.
Oh. What? Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Gosh. Oh fuck. Guys, we gotta get out of here again. This time we're in a cave. We gotta go somewhere else. Oh no. My name is Neco, aka Prince Productions.
My name is Orange Black something.
And I am Callaway, also known as APS Entertainment.
Gone. And of course, like always, thank you for watching. Subscribe, comment, eat ass, touch grass. Have a great week. Have a great day. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, eat some chicken.
See you later.
Lemongrass. Oh.
Hell yeah. See ya.
See ya, deuces.